What's the best wish to make in Madoka Magica? That's a very hard question. What do you want? If the answer is to live a long and happy life, don't be a magical girl. However, if you want to be a magical girl and live a long and happy life, then that's much more difficult. The easiest example of someone whose life was made longer and happier by the wish is Mami, who wished not to die in a car crash. But assuming you aren't already dying in a car crash, this probably means little to you. Maybe you can stop whatever's killing magical girls with your wish. The oldest magical girl in the modern day is actually the witch Roberta, who acted as a magical girl well into adulthood, but grew weaker with age as she was no longer a girl. This leads to the question, should you wish to stop aging? Maybe, if you want that anyway. But if you don't, this is an incredibly niche case and will probably only help you if you're already quite powerful, and don't end up dying to a stray attack. An underexplored option is wishing for $1 trillion, as you can just pay people to get you grief seeds in an emergency. We see magical girls acting as paid mercenaries in Magia Records, so it's a thing people think of. Heck, if you invest the money, you could get even more money and use the capital gains to have grief seeds shipped to you from all over the world. You could never fight a single witch in your life and live into old age. Hey, is that how historical queens like Cleopatra lived so long by magical girl standards? Not to mention all the benefits that come with being a trillionaire. But if you don't like managing money, the magical girl who lives the second longest is Homeda. But there's a major issue here. While she experiences 26-ish years of life, she did not actually pass through time. This is a viable option if for some reason you want to repeat the same period of time over and over, but if your goal is to have friends, this may cause issues. Homeda can't relate to anyone. She's desperately lonely and doesn't even feel like she can be understood by the one person she's trying to save. This wish might be viable, however, if you make it with another person. Oh, and how could I forget Madoka? Madoka does of course become a god and rewrite the universe. The problem is that this is something you can only do if you have incredible karmic potential. However, we know how to get incredible karmic potential. Have someone try to save you over and over. So what you need to do is artificially engineer Madoka's situation, which you could try wishing for, though on this front you only get one shot. You could wish to make someone else desperate to save your life at any cost, including by making a wish to rewind time, and then die. This one is rather reckless though, as you could just die. Not to mention whether or not it'll still be you experiencing the timeline in which you get to become a god. But fine, let's shift gears and look to Magia Record for a second. The three Magnus girls made rather intelligent wishes, and probably could have done something very interesting with Kyubei's power, but sadly, they all died. Yachiyo, however, didn't die. I'm actually not sure if she can, as she has the power to inherit the hope of all people who die around her, due to her wish to survive. This makes her incredibly powerful, and allows her to survive into adulthood and even get stronger. If you just want to be a magical girl, her wish to survive is a rather strong one. Though, in order to defeat Walpurgisnacht, she eventually has to relinquish some of that hope, leading to her beginning to weaken with age. Walpurgisnacht is generally a pain in the neck, as it was the main reason Madoka had to make a wish. Though Madoka did in fact wish her witches away, but even so, I wouldn't expect to become immortal with this wish. But here's the question, can you maximize the quality of your civilian life by becoming a magical girl? The real problem is that once you make a wish, you inevitably have to fight witches. But what if you wish to experience a full human life, like as a dream in your head? Heck, you could even wish to experience 1,000 years of heaven. Would this be worth it? If your issue is that it isn't real, what if you wish to be reborn after you die? You probably can't do that, as this would require Kyubei to turn her soul gem back into a human soul. I mean, the issue is, you will eventually have to suffer and die no matter what you wish for. But wait, the ability to suffer is a fact of your brain. Could you wish to stop experiencing negative emotions? Somehow I doubt that would work out well. People who don't experience physical pain will often cut or bruise themselves by accident, and while Sayaka does fight without feeling pain, she can do this because she has superhuman healing. If, say, Kyoko tried this, she would probably be dead in 3 seconds. Not to mention, I doubt Kyubei would let you stop having negative emotions, as if you did that, how would you become a witch? As witches are created from the release of emotional energy. Really, I think the answer is that if you want something, you should wish for it, and if you don't want it, don't wish for it. Trying to cheat the system is probably a massive waste of time. Just don't be an idiot and wish to date someone. People can break up with you, and then congratulations, you're a magical girl for no reason. If you've enjoyed this video, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to see more like it.